this is the kind of time that we have never seen before. My time right now is being spent like taking a look at different kind of YouTube videos, talking to my parents. Like, I am the kind of person like who didn't talk to my parents for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometimes, because there's like so much work going on. I'm working since like, 6 or 7 in the morning and sometimes till 11 or 12 at night. And generally I'm just sleeping like 4 to 5 hours. I would love to sleep more, like I have nothing against it. In general, like I never found time for those kind of things. But right now I just feel like, calling my family more often, because it's like the things are so crazy and so unsure that you feel like the more time you have with them, the better it is. Huh? This kind of time we have never seen previously. I remember the time with like swine flu and everything, and I know in the schools and stuff there was some kind of panic, but there was, yeah, I mean, like it didn't feel the way it is right now with the lockdowns, with the people dying and all of this stuff. Like I think at that time, like India felt so much different. Schools never closed whatsoever, and everything was like still going fine. People were taking care of it, and things were just going on. But right now, when I posted on my Instagram stories yesterday about what are your major concerns right now, I got so many responses that I like kind of screenshot like most of them. And for privacy reasons, I removed the name for the people who like, wrote the messages and everything. But for example, I see one message here which pretty much talks about that I hope India gets over this as soon as possible. Can't see people begging for bed and oxygen every single day. And yes, I mean, in many scenarios like this just really feels like a very hopeless situation, that nothing is in your hand, like you're just relying on things to get better somehow. And the doctors and nurses, I mean, if you think about it, they have no choice whatsoever. Like they are standing there. I mean, they have the choice, of course, they can just leave and like, not work whatsoever, but they're standing there and they're working, they're trying to take care of people. But there's no end to this. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to go. I hope it gets better soon for you guys, and I hope things just return to normal as soon as possible. But like until they do, you just have to hold on, and you have to like try to make the best out of the situation. And this is something that I've been saying like over and over again, because right now times are difficult in general. If you're thinking about students who are right now in Germany, who are like trying to find jobs and stuff, for them things are also more difficult, because employers, they're also more careful with their money now, because they never know where the next few euros, next few cents are going to come from. When you're doing a business, you're essentially a hunter who goes out every single morning for some kind of food that you can bring back to your family so that your family doesn't starve at night. And every single business, especially the ones which are growing right now and are like pretty small, for them it's a bigger issue, and that's why they're a bit more skeptical. But there is no business which also says that yes, this person is really good, but I'm not going to take the risk of investing in this person. If you're a person who is valuable enough for the company and you can show that you're willing to work with them, you are really passionate about the company, then finding jobs becomes easier. Many people think of finding jobs as something that you should just get because there are vacancies listed on the job portals or something, but it is a much more active process than this alone. No? You have to actually like figure out the list of companies, you have to write to them, you have to tell them about what you know about them, and you have to excite them about the prospect of you working with their company. So previously, like, of course we did not get like so many requests for the job course and stuff, but like right now we see the requests for the job course increasing, and we have had like really good experience so far. So for example, I'll be like starting my intensive coaching program on 7th May, and we already have 2 students who are enrolled in that batch, and generally we run with a group of 5. And it is going to be a interesting experience to see like, how we can find these new students jobs in the shortest time possible, because relying on just the vacancies and portals and everything, it is no longer normal. Another thing, recently, for example, I just got a random email from a person from Kerala who wanted to like, take care of my YouTube thumbnails and like, video editing and everything. And I think that was also like such an interesting thing to do, because you're showing self-initiative to work for somebody, to work with somebody. And that really stands you apart from most of the other people who are waiting so that you can put a vacancy up on your website and then they're going to apply. What you have to remember is like, COVID times are going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult for the studies part, and it is going to be difficult for the job part now. But I do believe that there is nothing that you cannot achieve if you're not actively searching for it. Any decent company that I've seen so far, I've worked in WTM engineers previously in Hamburg, and then I've worked in Schleichberger and Partner in Berlin previously when I was doing my bachelor's. And for example, both of these companies, these are really good companies, and they both have the option of sending an unsolicited application to them. Unsolicited application just sounds so horrible in English, but I can tell you in German, this sounds so much better. It's called Initiativbewerbung, that you're taking the initiative of sending out the application to the company. And the companies appreciate it, because if you have something useful to add to the company, they're going to cut down on their profits for a while so that they can invest in you, so that afterwards in 2 or 3 months, they're able to make more profits than they're making right now. Having a business is all about taking risk. If you look at me and Alina, we have a business in Denmark. We have done business in Germany, and now we have business in Romania. And it has been all about taking risks, all about trying different kind of things that other people would be afraid of, and just actively seeking opportunities. Because nobody's going to come to you and say, hey, like, please take my job. I really want you to come and work for me. That happens rarely. And it is going to happen even more rarely now when things are changing. So I know there are a lot of concerns. I mean, the kind of screenshots I have, I think it can easily make up for a 1 or 2 hour video, and maybe I'll do it. I don't know, maybe I'll just go live and like go through all of these things. But it's just really sad to see what kind of things people are struggling with. But what I can also tell you is the way you had been dealing with things previously, it cannot work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. You have to think things new. You have to completely redesign the way you have been approaching different kind of things. Whatever kind of like Indian mentality we grew up with, of just waiting for things to happen to us, or like waiting for a company to put something up and then we can like drop them an email or something, that cannot work anymore. So you should definitely keep this in mind and unlearn a lot of things that you learned previously from your education system, from the society, and learn things new. And I will try to do my best on this YouTube channel to like give you more insights about the things that I've learned during my life in Germany, during having my own businesses, working with different kind of companies, and also from the perspective of an employer. Now we have a team of 8 people, and it's really sad that like 4 of those people are right now having like really severe symptoms of COVID. So we are working with 50% capacity, which is not nice, and like this of course increases my workload further. But for me, it is also important that my employees are able to like get well in time, so that like they're taken care of, and then they can join the company with the same force again. So I'll do all of that. You guys just take care of yourself, stay home for real. Like, if it is not necessary, then just don't go out. There are going to be better times for us. Things are going to be easier, things are going to be better. But till that doesn't happen, just make sure you have some kind of hope. You have something to look forward to, so that the days don't feel as gloomy and the atmosphere doesn't feel as dreaded as it feels right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.